What's up everyone, how are you doing? Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all fine. It has been long, but I am back. And today guys, I have learned something. Of late I have become more of a listener than so I want to share something that I feel is very important to us, both spiritually and during our day-to-day life and families. So guys, today we are talking about something very serious, something that is very serious when it comes to us. The curse. So if you have been going through some stuff, not always, life is all about so many things, so many problems, so many ups and downs, but there are some things that you can go through and you start wondering, really, what is not happening? Nini mbaya na mimi? Nini mbaya na kwetu? What is happening to my life? So it is started from the Bible, from the old age. Sio saa hii tu. So when you're facing something, it doesn't mean that niwe wa kwanza or niwe wa mwisho, but there are those that we can avoid. So I'm going to show you that you're not the first nor the last, and again prevent your kids from going through such stuff. Are you together? So guys, today we are talking about the curse, and the first curse. I don't know whether it's the first. I'm not that but I don't know whether it's the first curse or something. It's in the book of Genesis chapter 9. The story of Noah, just before, I guess before the ark or something. So kuna hiyo story ya Noah. Noah was the first farmer ya kutengeneza wine, ama zinaitwa grapes. And you know what comes out of the grapes? Ni nini? Ni ka wine. I don't know whether I don't know how to put it, but so he was the first person to get drunk. He planted the grapes, zika grow. So out of those grapes, akapata kamnyweso, kapombe. He got drunk through drinking that wine something, that grapes something. So when he got drunk, he got naked. We call it a spade. He got naked. I don't know how, but if at all you get drunk and you remove everything, then there's a problem. I don't know whether what happened until akafika to that extent of being naked in his tent. So one of his youngest son, the last born now, his youngest son happened. I don't know whether he was passing by or something, or he was coming to see the dad. I don't know. But we are talking about the first curse in the Bible. Not the first, but the curse in the Bible. He saw, when the youngest son was like passing by or maybe coming to see the dad, he saw his dad naked. Instead of instead of covering the dad, he went ahead and told the brothers, you know what? That is how we are currently. If you see someone, or I hear someone with a problem, ama mtu ametupwa na mzee wake, ama mtu lose something, or mtu lose another job, or someone is going through something, instead of covering the problem, hiding the shame, we run to others, tufikisha. Tunafikisha ujumbe mbio. Oh, you know what? Wairimo mzee wake sijui nini. Oh, you know what? Amefanya sijui, you know what? Kwao, you know. So the last born did the same. First of all, the youngest son had a son by the name Canaan. Tuachie hapo. So he ran to his brothers and told them, you know what? Hey, come, unajua, like currently the Gen Z, I'm sure tungefanya hivyo, wangefanya hivyo. Ati, you know what? Come uone jangu. Kuja uone Buddha. Come and see our Buddha. Come and see our dad. Come and see daddy. Come and see daddy. Come and, you see? So the youngest son ran and called his brothers. When their brothers heard that their dad is naked or was naked, they came with a shuka, let me call it shuka, or something to cover him, and they covered him so they didn't see their dad's nakedness. But their brother did what? Saw and ran to call his brothers to come and experience what? You know what? Come and see. Kujeni muone. Mama Ethan amefanya. Kujeni muone. Come and see. My friend is doing this. Oh, come and see. Someone is suffering. Come and see. Venye amekonda. You see? Those people of come and see. Kujeni muone. Those who cannot cover something. They cannot cover up something for their friends or family. They are the one I'm talking about. So, you know, pombe itaisha. When you get drunk, eventually, the drunk, you'll become sober eventually. So the dad became sober, and he realized, or he came to know what the young son did. So akasema, the young son, ulifanya hivi, uliniona hivi, alafu ukakimbia kuitana instead of covering the shame. Oh, now I don't know why. It's very unfair. You know what? The father, instead of cursing the young son, his son, he cursed his grandson, the Canaan. So whatever you are doing, just make sure it will not affect your kids. Whatever you are planting, make sure that when you are older or when your kids will come to enjoy those fruits, make sure haitakuwa bitter. So Hanan was cursed. He was cursed in to an extent. Alikuwa amekuwa slave. He was a good boy. He was an innocent boy. He didn't even know that, oh, you know what, my dad has seen my grandpa something. No, he was innocent. He was cursed for nothing. That's the same case. That is the same way. Some of us are cursed because of our parents, because maybe our grandmother wakaacha. We call it kirumi in my language, but it's a curse. You are cursed because maybe your mom did this, or your dad did this, or your dad is cursed because his mom did that, and that curse inakuwa generated. That generation, if at all your grandmother was cursed, that whole generation inakuja ikiwa cursed. Your grandmother, your father, your children, your children's children, that generation, unless you pray, unless you cast everything, unless you commit everything unto God. Kwa sababu, yeah, eventually after that curse, eventually, ukisoma Bible sana, when you go back to the Bible and read, you'll see that there's somewhere that God forgive the generation, or maybe the curse came to an end because of, surely you can question God, you can question him. Sometimes it's good to talk to God like he is here, like the way I'm talking to you. You know what, God, I did not do anything. I did not do anything. Yes, I didn't do anything. My mom did, or my dad did. Please forgive them. You know, it's like God is I don't know, is a human or something. I don't know. Is a supreme being. So meaning you can use whichever language you feel you're free to communicate to him. You can use your Kikuyu. You can use English. Whichever language you feel like. But call him one-on-one. Sometimes it comes a point where you have to question him. Yes, he's not questionable. He's unquestionable. But there come a time when you nasema, now you have to sit down. We have to sit down. You have to have a meeting with you as my God. The reason as to why I'm suffering this is because my dad, or my dad's mom, or my mom's dad, or whichever, or my mom's mom did 1, 2, 3. Really? Please, I have done 1, 2, 3 to please you. I have served you. I have done 1, 2, 3. Eventually, he will make these things right. So, my point is, in everything you do, whatever you are planting, make sure it's sweet. to be harvested by your generation. The Bible says that it's due generation after generation, up to 4th generation. You know those, I'll curse up to 4th generation or something. Yes, it's true. It's happening. Because have you seen a family where, if at all they had the grandfather, the great grandparents had a certain problem. Maybe you are not getting married as a family. Your boys do not marry, or you have a drinking problem in your family, or maybe the poverty line from your great. You have never seen riches in your family. Those are some of the curses that we are talking about. The good thing is we can put an end to this. It's not a must that you suffer for the rest of your life. No. Do not allow that thing to happen to you. There's something that we call, we break generational curses. You as an individual, you have to arm up. So if at all you're struggling, your family is struggling with something. If your family is struggling with keeping a marriage, or maybe giving birth to children that are this way or that way or that way, you as an individual know what your family is struggling with. Make sure you break that thing. It's breakable, by the way. It's very breakable, because even this generation of Canaan, kuna pahali it came to an end. So do not suffer. Again, doing what is right. This one, by the way, this one I was taught in church, and I felt like, why not educate my people? For those who follow me, those people when you wananiambia, Helen, of late, how shoot video. This is the first video for the month of September, because I want us to change our lives. I want us to glow, to get rich. You know, our Father is the owner of everything. So why are you suffering? Yet you know you can do something about whatever you're going through. So my first video this September 2025 is all about breaking the curses. It has been preached. You know, sometimes you hear on TV, you hear on radio, you people are doing, but it's very serious. Look around you, especially in your family. Nini hamfanyagi? Hamuolewi, hamuowi, hamuzae, hamutajiriki. Because it might tell me why your God or our God is so rich. He has everything. Yes, you have to work. Yes, you have to work, sikatai. But tell me why you're poor and your God or your Father is very rich. Again, actions. Walikuwa nasema, they told us that what you do when you see and what you do when you hear matters. So the two sons, when you waliona, they covered their dad. They were blessed. They were blessed. They were blessed. So do not do evil and again come to God like running. Oh, you know what, God? I did this and this. I want this and this. No. First of all, you have to do what is right. When you see, you see, like now the guy, the youngest son, saw their dad. He ran. Instead of covering him and imalize hapo, makaishi hapo, he ran too. That is what is happening. Ukiona a small mistake in your family, in your members, in your neighbors, you run to the next neighbor instead of covering up for the family or the neighbor. Now, the two sons, they had what happened and they covered their dad. And for that, because surely you cannot run to see someone dying. Instead of seeing someone dying, you're supposed to do something about helping them. So the two sons were what? Were blessed. What you do today, what you do, because currently we are suffering because our parents did 1, 2, 3, our grandparents, our great grandparents did something to, maybe to others, to God, or to themselves. I don't know. So what you do today, if at all you want your generation or your kids to enjoy this life, make sure you think twice before you do something wrong. You think twice before you run to do something bad. You think twice before you. So guys, Call your God one-on-one. One-on-one. Why is this thing happening? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why don't you come? You know, there is a way. I'll come with a video on how to end these generation curses. But for today, I'm here to tell you that what you do after seeing, what you do after hearing, reflects into your generation, the whole generation. If at all it's good, your family generation is blessed. If it's bad, unapataga huyu kuko hivi, and that's unapataga there are people who are rich from their great hawajui shida nini. They don't know even poverty. They hear people complaining, sijui school fees. They don't know what is lack of school fees is. They do not know. Not because they are perfect. I didn't see those who are suffering are not perfect, or they're not, they did something wrong. But yeah, there is poverty. Ile poverty kabisa, ile unaona you have tried everything and it's not working. And there is a curse. So we are talking about curse. Hii curse imeleta nini kwenu? Imeleta shida, imeleta poverty, imeleta magonjwa. There's some diseases unasikia your great whatever died of a certain disease. That certain disease inakuja inawamaliza. So let's be wise. Whatever you do, whatever you let out, make sure it will not affect your kids or your kids' kids or you as an individual. So guys, go to the Bible and read that story of Noah. You'll know more about the Bible, the curse and everything. So until next time, bye-bye, stay blessed. And yeah, let's end all this suffering. You wanna be rich, you wanna be, I don't know, we want to experience good things in this life before we die. And for that, you have to do what is right. So until next time, bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And toodles. God bless you.